Not today, baby. You know, I was gonna say that Satan had a grip these last couple of weeks, but that's not even true. Maybe your weeks, these past few weeks for you, or this past week for you, felt chaotic. Maybe you started to feel discouraged. I know I did. But maybe you started to feel discouraged, and there's a certain energy of like, when will this energy pass? When will it be over? When will it be over? And the devil is a liar, because we're not losing hope. We're not losing our high vibrational energy. There's a word that's trying to come to mind. It starts with a C. Conceding. We're not conceding. We're not going to give in to how difficult things feel at the moment and give up. I was not planning to give this channel message, but it's coming through, so I'm just going to keep speaking. We are more than capable of getting past this wave of energy, getting through it. We are strong enough and resilient enough. Sorry if I talk funny. I have Invisalign in, and I'm still getting used to it, and it always makes me want to chew it. So like, and what you guys don't see is there is a fly creeping up towards my incense. I've never seen a fly creep like that before. So that could be, I wish I could flip it around, but I think it would fly away if I flipped it around. That's a very strange fly. Yeah, keep cleansing your energy. Or this could be a sign that you need to cleanse your energy. I just did some cleansing yesterday, and the fly somehow flipped itself on its back, and now it's struggling to get up. But because I feel like flies represent monitoring spirits and energy that people send towards you, we're gonna let it suffer on its back. Yeah. And confirmation for me, but hopefully confirmation for you too. It's literally struggling to get back up on off its back, and now it's stopped struggling. Maybe it's gonna die. Maybe there is a call for you to do a deeper cleansing than just what you normally do. Like, if you're normally good at, you know, keeping up with your spiritual hygiene, even if you don't do something like clockwork every day, maybe you're being called to do a deeper cleansing, like a real spiritual bath, or maybe you have to deep clean your space. Maybe you need to go outside and sit and be still and meditate. Let Mother Nature cleanse you, let the sun cleanse you. But there's a call for like a little more than just returning things back to sender. Or maybe if you haven't done that in a while, make sure you intentionally do that. I was actually thinking yesterday about how I say the same things, I feel like, over and over again, but I do remember hearing someone make a point once that like you have to reinforce the spell. The thing about spirituality is that what I've struggled with, sometimes we look for like some kind of feeling in our bodies to hit us really hard so we know, like, we feel that it's working. And this might not apply to everybody, but this is relevant for somebody. And like, if that is the case for you, then sometimes it can be boring or tiring, or just like your brain can't, you just feel like it's hard for you to like intentionally just sit down or take a moment and intentionally return things back to sender or like cleanse your energy, especially when you don't feel a sudden shift within you or an immediate shift within you, if that makes sense. I don't even know what I was gonna say prior to that and seeing that fly, but that was important. Oh, yes. This collective of people who I'm talking to, we have grown so much, and we are way too strong of spiritual beings to not keep pressing through. Instead of energetically and emotionally and mentally fighting against it, keep being strong and resilient as you're getting through it, but then also maybe recognize that you need to pull back. You need to pull back in your energy, get refocused. At this point, you're just too strong and too knowledgeable about spirituality and how the universe works to not keep pressing through. And that doesn't mean you have to push yourself in every facet of life. It just means take a moment to see where you're being slowed down, what is calling for your attention, and observe what is making you unhappy. What are you tired of? What don't you like? What are you ready to move on from? Especially during this time, after the summer solstice. And I'm sure there's other astrological things going on that I'm not the most educated on, but just, context clues. Context clues is what I'm hearing. Just read into the energy going on around you. I'm talking to a collective that knows how to do that, that's very knowledgeable on picking up on like the signs and synchronicities and just the change in energy going on around them and what that looks like for your life in particular. I'm not gonna get discouraged, no matter how trifling things have felt. We're not gonna get discouraged, and we're not going to allow ourselves to be like, why me? Why are all these things happening to me? Why is it one thing after another? None of that. None of that. None of that. I hope this blesses you in some way.